Kay! She's not here either. Where are you?
Knockety knock knock, special visitor.
Fender!
Whoa, talk about an unhappy face. Everything okay, big guy? Well, yourself to me and Mara's looking like that.
What are you doing here? Has something happened?
Has something happened, he asks. I'll say. It's been all over the news. A murder in the committee chamber? I'd call that a happening, all right. And what with your hearing being today, I thought, well, I couldn't help but wonder if you were involved.
They're reporting on the news already?
Heck yeah. Dead lawyer, young woman on the run, they're lapping it up. It's crazy stuff, but compelling too, I gotta admit. Are you gonna give me the lowdown or what?
Well, actually...
Whoa, maybe Warner guy will blow in his mind next time. Things are even crazier than I thought.
This isn't a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere, all alone and without her memory.
Not to mention being the suspect in a murder. That definitely doesn't make things any easier. Where the heck could she have gotten to? You sure she doesn't remember a zip?
I thought she might have come here, but...
No luck, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Sounds like she thinks she's done you wrong. She won't want to cause you even more trouble by rocking up at your doorstep.
You think I don't know that? But I'm out of places to look.
Hey, take a chill pill, compadre. This isn't like you. You wound up tighter than a clockwork monkey. Which isn't a bad thing, necessarily. After all, it's got you running from pillar to post looking to save an innocent from jail. Acting like the attorney I know you were born to be.
Look, Fender, I may have given up my badge earlier, but that doesn't mean I decided to become an attorney. However, Kay isn't just some suspect in a murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while. And she'd never harm a fly, let alone another person.
Blow my mind twice in 5 minutes, why don't you? Kid's lucky to have you in her corner, champ. I hope you don't mind me saying, but... it's quite a bond that's sprung up between the two of you. Enough to give me and your old man a run for his money, even.
It's nothing like that, really. She just likes to involve herself in my affairs.
You can say that again. From what I've seen, she likes to charge into things no holds barred. But she's done you some good, I can tell. You two make a great team. Can't say I'm not a little jealous, seeing as my partner in crime's no longer around. Anyway, you need to track her down. Connections like that don't grow on trees, I should know. Right, how about this for a plan? You're fresh out of ideas about where she could be, and you can't just walk the streets shouting her name. Why not go back to the source? Look into how she lost her memory in the first place. You might just turn up some clues that will help narrow things down.
It's not a bad idea. Based on what you told us, it sounds like it all started at the big building.
That's where we're headed. Next stop, the big time. Maybe you can give your face... And maybe you can give your face the good news on the way. Kay won't come frolicking back to the vault if the first thing she sees is you scowling like that.
Very funny. Fender is surely a force of nature all on his own. The sun's sure set quickly.
But even a murder on the premises could make this place close its doors. Gonna chase that last dollar, huh? Hardly anybody around, though. Guess we've got the whole place to ourselves.
The first step towards proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory.
Earth to miles, we've got sleuthing to do. This rooftop paradise is all ours. Let's focus up and do what we've got. Do what we're good at for Kay, alright?
Do what we're good at, huh? I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do.
Mr. Edgeworth, we meet again.
What are you two doing up here?
Well, seeing as we came all this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself in even more hot water?
You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine.
Whatever you say, soon to be Mr. Ex-Prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. Saw that coming a mile off. Wait, what? You got fired?
As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs.
If you say so. So, how's Kay doing? Uh-oh, did something happen? Maybe I can help. How about an injection?
No injections, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay.
Yeah, it did get kind of chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth. Catch you again soon.
Yes, it was totally worth putting them there, wasn't it? Hey you, yeah you, how about some delicious Parting Clouds cotton candy to brighten your day? Parting Clouds? Is it named for the fact we're so close to the clouds up here? Our gimmick is we take a normal serving of cotton candy and we split it in half, part it if you will. Half the candy, same price, double the profit, and we're laughing all the way to the bank. I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information so freely. Also the TV for showing announcements from various companies in the big building. At the moment it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. What am I standing here for? Steel Samurai isn't on today. The beak and wings of a bird, the body of a lion. I guess these statues are meant to guard the peace of the little rooftop haven. I have to say, they're incredibly detailed, almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcomed, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead. Pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom. According to what Kay told us, she was standing beneath this tree when she was pushed and fell. Pegasus, the winged horse of legend. No, wait. Isn't it a hornet's forehead? So it's a unicorn? No, that can't be right either. Unicorns don't have wings. What's this? There's a little plug here at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions. It'll teach me to bother engaging with such things. Well, such a thing does exist. It's called an alicorn, Edgeworth. Maybe the sculptor should have been told that. So the person in the raid coat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand. Which would suggest she was pushed over this railing here. The railing is chest high. You have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. Everything looks sturdy enough too. Oh, whoops. Ah!
Hi.
Kay.
Don't mind me. I was just lying in wait.
That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you mean to say laying low.
Yeah, that...
Nevertheless, I doubt people would look kindly on a suspect haunting the site of their supposed crime. Surely you understand that even in your current state. On top of which, by even playing hide and go seek, I've been worried sick and frantically trying to find you.
Are you mad at me?
Of course I am. Now, what were you thinking coming back here? Do you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness?
No. I came to try and help you get your badge back.
What?
I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to remember killing the poor woman. I thought if I came back to where I lost my memory, maybe I could...
Huh. There's one thing you haven't lost, you know. Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn. I couldn't be more certain now that you're the Kay I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. Do you hear me?
I'm sorry. Seriously, Miles, you're killing me here. You were banking good guy points and you went and blew it by blowing it up. Good to see you, kiddo. Glad to see you safe. Come on, bring it in. Okay. That's the spirit.
Not now, Fender.
He's just trying to lighten the mood.
Live news now from the big building where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene. She is considered the prime suspect, and police say no effort's been spared in trying to track her down.
Oh, mama, they're not messing around, huh? Well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down and fast.
Indeed, it's only a matter of time before they find us.
Alright, first things first. Kay, you're sticking with us from now on, capiche? But I caused you so much trouble already.
You can hardly make things any worse for me at this point.
Mr. Edgeworth? Then it's settled. We're in this together like the Three Musketeers. Miles, you'll be in charge of proving Kay innocent.
And I will, believe me.
So I'm going to need you to do everything you can to help him with investigating, okay, Kay? Yeah, of course. Great. Now I'm going to move quick. I'm getting bagged by the boys in blue before we've even started. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Eddie sure does. Greg would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down.
Thank you, Fender. I assure you a lot more than I ever really know. You can insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay absolutely would have been all over this. The Kay I knew, anyway. But for now, I better focus my powers of observation onto this rooftop. As you can see, there is still hard work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct? That's right, there have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation.
Well, this doesn't make our chances of getting out of here with Kay any rosier.
We'll have to find a way to slip past the press.
I'm a cool and mysterious customer, Miles Reno, but I'm no spy.
Maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate.
Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me.
I will scour the sea and inspect anything that catches my attention.
Yes. You just fucking heard this.
I guess they're still working in the committee chamber. The reporter's right, you can see people moving around. Wait, something's very wrong with this picture. I can use a certain piece of evidence to help me deduce exactly what.
You can.
It looks as if this is being broadcast live, which means we're looking at the big building in real time.
Does that mean we're on TV too?
I don't think so. The camera's far away enough and it's dark enough. I think we'll be safe for now. At least we better be. If Kay spotted, things will go from bad to worse before we know it. Question. How many floors does the building have?
Easy, 50, right? Kinda run just a few feet above where the committee works its ugly little schemes. It's a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting smoochy times. But then, what's the dark space above the 50th floor? The gloomy underbelly of love? Wait a minute.
Exactly. The committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor directly beneath the viewing platform. But it actually appears to be located one floor below. Clearly contradiction the supposed facts.
Maybe whoever wrote the pamphlet made a mistake? Somehow I don't think so. Call me crazy, but...
Yes, there appears to be a hidden 51st floor.
Wow, that's where they keep the gloomy underbelly of love? Oh, my heart. You didn't need to take it quite so literally, Kay.
Good. Perhaps we can take this more seriously instead.
Come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done.
It'll still be easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes.
Interesting. Griffin statues, cherry blossom.
Right, I better talk with Fender and Kay then, see what they can come up with.
Can't believe this thing's made the news already. How do they do it, huh? Think they're filming us with the chopper up there right now? Give it cheeky for me, Mouserino. You make sure they're catching my good side.
Now, at a time like this?
I hope I've been of help to you so far. I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory.
How about we go over what you remember one more time?
Okay, I was standing under the tree, sheltering from the rain. I saw a person in a red raincoat. Then they pushed me.
Can you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat?
I'm sorry, I can't recall anything. But there was one thing. I could see the moon over their shoulder as they came closer and closer.
The moon?
Yes, it was all very fuzzy, but it was the exact same place as it is right now, floating up there above the cherry blossom.
So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder. That's information I should keep in mind.
I keep feeling like there's something just on the edge of my memory.
There is. It could be the clue we need. Alright, let it float to the top of your mind and say whatever comes to your thoughts.
Alright. I'm seeing a very faint, but a small restaurant. A counter and some seats, and this incredible smell. A beautiful golden soup, not too thick and tastes just right. Filled with delicious noodles. They're firm but not too firm. And that's when a thought crossed my mind. I'm gonna order another bowl.
A captivating memory, but sadly not one that has nothing to do with the case. You used to say you were the second great thief Yatagarasu, A noble outlaw dedicated to stealing the truth. Do you really not remember any of that?
Oh, I think you're right. I was a noble.
Not a noble, Kay, a noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you're halfway there.
I remember the person in the red raincoat. That much I'm pretty sure of.
Or were they really coming towards you from beyond the concession stand?
Yeah, they were walking toward me. I have proof, of course I do. I remember they had legs.
But there's nothing out there beyond the stand. How could they have been walking on thin air?
I don't know. Maybe they were a ghost?
A ghost? I'm sorry, Kay.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Kay, but ghosts don't exist. They're the very antithesis of science.
Then this is one of those contradiction things, huh? I'm sorry, I don't remember you well enough to accept a gift like that just yet.
That's alright, I wasn't offering it anyway.
Is this some kind of contract?
In a way, it appears to be a criminal contract of sorts, I suppose you could say.
A criminal? And I wrote this?
The letter isn't handwritten, so it's hard to say who actually wrote it.
I see. Okay, I think it's time to get the grey cells to work.
Thinking back over what Kay had said, the person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which implies she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite the stand. She also said she could see the moon over the person's shoulder. But when we checked just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. Kay claims it was currently in the same spot in the sky as on the night of the incident. This throws the positions of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of alignment with her story. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. What's more, if she'd really been pushed over that railing, she'd have never survived the fall. Therefore, I must conclude she may not have fallen where she thought she did. You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over that railing. If you had, you wouldn't be alive now to tell the tale.
But I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, the only way I could have fallen is over that railing, isn't it?
Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole.
The ground could just open up like that? How?
My bad, not a joking matter. Sorry, kiddo. It may also be closer to the truth than you think, Fender. Let's take another look at the ground in that area. There's a chance we might have missed something. Kay couldn't have fallen over the railing. So where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere.
Ah.
What's this?
Looks like a service hatch. Think he might have fallen down here instead? No, you never be as clumsy as that. I'm sorry, I just can't say one way or the other. My bad, kiddo. No more of those silly musings. You don't have to take me so seriously, you know. I don't? Never? Well, maybe not never. If I told you to leap lyrically into my arms.
Fender!
Chill, Marzarino. Where's your sense of whimsy? So, never then. Ow, talk about a deep cut.
The ground here is covered with cherry blossoms. Even though the trees aren't in full bloom yet, the strong wind up here is blowing the petals right off. It would have been nice if they'd thought to tidy up this little though.
Why, the cherry blossom petals?
How has the whole floor between the 50th and viewing platform remained undetected all this time?
Got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me.
That's precisely it. Things like stairs are normally out in the open, going unnoticed by people seems a bit implausible. Which can only mean the 51st floor is no ordinary floor and can't be reached by ordinary means.
Then you just have to reach it for extraordinary means, right? I don't even know about extraordinary means, but maybe let's go for unconventional.
Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found with the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of such a hatch? A room of some kind?
Oh, a secret room. Now you're talking my language. Let's take a look. Alright, here we go.
What is this place?
Look at all the stuff down there. It's a storeroom.
Whatever it is, I think we can safely say this is where you fell.
Go team, strike one mystery off the list.
Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red raincoated figure who can walk on air to account for, among other things.
Can I go back in success for 1 second? We found a hidden storeroom. I thought we scooch on down there and check it out.
We have pretty much exhausted everything up here, and can't hurt to take a look.
Emma! Is that you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Emma, what are you doing here?
I heard about what happened from Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by, see what's going on.
This is Emma Skye. She's a high school student currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger sister of the former superior of mine. We've also stood in court together.
The detective called me up in a panic. He said your badge fell off in the big building and Kay's in a man's suit and...
Hold it right there. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? And you're back again already?
Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. Not to do any schoolwork or anything. Just some interpreting.
Shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around a crime scene?
Oh, it's fine. There's a wonderful thing called body language after all.
It's not a natural language, Emma.
Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she? Oh, shucks. Ain't that sweet, Kay Meister? Your friend's worried about you. Oh, yeah. Who's this guy? Don't tell anyone I knew him as sister, Mr. Edgeworth. Very funny, young lady. It's actually the other way round, I'll have you know. Eddie Fender, attorney at law, senior partner at Edgeworth and Co. Law Office. Edgeworth? So you are his assistant. Wait, attorney? This is one of your defense attorney.
I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement.
Let's not sweat the details for now, yeah? First things first. But an attorney, Mr. Edgeworth, really? It's not like I'm even here. What is this, some kind of weird experiment?
I perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain in there.
I agree. I agree. The police could be here any minute. And who's this?
I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go.
Oh, alright, but you better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Pro. Attorney?
Trust me, I'll explain that too.
Okery dokery do, down the hatch we go. It's dark as a grave down here. Can't see the nose in front of my roguishly handsome face.
Watch your step, Emma.
Ow! I hit my head on something.
Make your way down slowly, Kay. I don't want you to slip.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. Gotta be a light switch in here somewhere. Bingo.
This is... So the hidden 51st floor has been used as a storeroom. We need to take a careful look over these items.
Right, Mr. Edgeworth, you promised me an explanation of Tree.
I did indeed. Where do we even start?
Wow, a lot's been happening, huh? What a case.
It's not supposed to fill you with excitement, Emma.
Huh? Seems like you got yourself into a real pickle, Mr. Prosecutor Attorney.
I'm not an attorney or a prosecutor anymore.
Well, whatever you are, I think it's time for science to lend a helping hand. Don't worry, I brought my entire kit with me.
Well, if you're sure.
Are you kidding? I live for moments like this. Here, let's make it all official. Good working with you again, Mr. Edgeworth.
And you, Miss Sky.
Then there were four. Alright everyone, let's get to work. I want to know where the elevator goes. Looks like it goes down.
It's something we'll certainly want to investigate further. We should look around up here first.
Aye aye, Captain. Let me know if you find anything juicy. I'll keep trying to see what I can remember. I'll let you know if anything comes to mind.
Thank you, Kay. Emma?
Ready, willing and able to investigate, Mr. Edgeworth.
Very well, let's begin.
Kinda creepy, all these masks lined up here in the dark.
Not a fan of horror movies, I take it?
No way, that stuff's so unscientific.
I think you mispronounced terrifying. I must scour the scene and inspect anything.
What's interesting here is that these are all steel samurai, Jason.
There's a selection of masks arranged on the rack here. There's even a steel samurai. What an impressively authentic likeness it is, too.
The scientist in me sensing something strange, though. A lack of consistency, you know.
In the sense that the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow, I don't disagree. There's even an empty space here.
Yeah, just an empty hook right in the middle.
Is somebody using that one, perhaps?
Indeed.
Eureka!
Kay was carrying a gemming ninja mask when she was found. Looks like it might have originally come from this hook.
Scientifically speaking, that does seem like a crazy hypothesis. Which should mean that Kay was really here?
As you put it, not a crazy hypothesis, but why?
Did she come to steal something, maybe? There's all kinds of stuff here.
Because she's a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. No, it's too late to jump to any conclusions. Steel Samurai and the Nickel Samurai.
The Nickel Samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know. There's more to it than that. I'm Team Steel all the way.
You've just gone up in my estimation, Emma. She's the only heroine in the Steel Samurai series needs.
You can say that again. I love the Pink Princess.
You watch shows like that, Emma?
Of course. You love them too, right?
Well, I don't really know all that much about them, but sure.
Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai thing in your office, so I thought...
I can't believe even Emma's seen it.
You have it right there on display, Edgeworth. It's not like it's hard to see. What TV show are those from?
I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's the students of Starry School. About an elementary school where the students are all superheroes. So their masks are modelled on...
So the masks are modelled on spotted safety helmets or something, right? Maybe the number of eye sticks tells you the student ID number. So on the left would be number 1 and the right is number 2.
I suppose that could be it, yes.
That mean ton of slits for kids with the highest ID numbers.
I have to admit to being a little intrigued by this show now.
That's Captain Sapon. He's super popular overseas. Everybody loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it.
I find the flower on his head a little excessive myself.
That mask. That's global hero Arnie Copon.
Why is that so shocking?
You really don't know? Everything on that show is a secret. When it's on TV, who makes it, so the merchandise is super rare.
Sounds to me whoever made it may have simply gone out of business. These are all case files from various murders.
What? Why would they be in here?
They should be safely under lock and key at the courthouse or the prosecutor's office, which would suggest somebody's removed them without permission. Something very suspicious is going on here. We need to find out more. These are...
What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth?
If I'm not mistaken, some of these items on display here are pieces of evidence from old cases of mine. What are they doing here?
Maybe it's where the committee stores stuff it's looking into.
Can't be. Evidence like this is stored at the police department.
They'll keep stuff at the prosecutor's office too.
When a case is ongoing, yes, but once the last trial's finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct. Unless there's a good reason for it to go elsewhere.
And yet here it all is.
There's no point trying to figure out the whys right now. I should take a closer look at it all. They all have labels. Labels with numbers printed on them.
Exhibit numbers, maybe? You said they're all pieces of evidence, right?
Yes, but judging how the numbers are written by the items themselves, I guess they're prices.
Prices? I'd have never guessed that. But none of this stuff could be worth that much money, surely, could it?
The prices are very high indeed. It's no wonder she's surprised.
Oh, isn't he a cutie? Look at the fluffy little guy.
That's the stuffed animal we found at Gourd Lake. He should be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of that case. How'd he wind up here?
But look, he's missing his left arm.
He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least not as far as what we ever saw.
Defective merchandise, huh? Then we need to contact the manufacturer or demand a recall.
Now I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with?
So the storeroom is actually more of a stock room?
It would seem so, much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases?
And who too? Who don't even want to pay for this stuff?
Somebody, clearly. The price tags are proof of that.
People really will collect anything, huh? Fascinating.
Oops.
Come on. That's a cute little doll. Kind of looks like the Steel Samurai.
It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. Born burdened with the knowledge, he too would be one day called upon to fight for justice. I can't imagine the pressure that must have put on him under, more than most people could bear. Yes, he's young, but you can sense it nonetheless. A certain tragic refinement.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you even listening to me?
Oh, of course.
Sing a bit of yourself in the Iron Infant, are we, Miles? That's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. It still has one of the signs in front of it.
Indeed, and look, there's an outline of the dust on top of the cloth. I'd say something was probably sitting here until quite recently, wouldn't you?
You know what? I think you might be right, but I'm drawing a blank trying to imagine what.
Well, I might have an idea. A star-shaped outline. Every other piece of evidence that might well be connected.
Eureka!
The outline of the dust matches the bottom of the candelabrum exactly. I'd say there's a strong case that this is where our murder took it from.
Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from another case?
It certainly seems likely, but that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is the murder weapon was taken from this storeroom. A bottle of ink and a lantern, both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine.
Why? Why is all the stuff that's related to you doing here?
It's not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time. The duration of the case and no longer. Perhaps it's all nothing but coincidence.
Seriously, a coincidence? Never thought I'd hear that word coming out of your mouth.
We must always face up to the facts of a situation, however strange they may be. Isn't that what scientists believe too?
Oh, you want to talk about what scientists believe? Settle in, this may take a while. And there's the perfume of what's her name? Callisto, was it?
There's a small bottle, one I've seen before.
Oh, is that all? Nothing else to add?
Well, no. What did you want me to say?
Hold up, I gotta write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topics into something picturesque with his explanations.
Next time, try taking those kinds of notes in silence.
A mannequin, huh? I know. All thanks to his powers of scientific deduction, of course. It's evidence from an old case of yours, right?
Not this time. I've never seen it before. It doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room either. For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here?
Scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of wooden ice box. Yeah, the change would probably stop the cold air from escaping.
I don't mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't that just a box for storing clothes? The wood's imbued with a natural repellent to keep moths away.
Oh, sure. I guess you could look at it that way too. And keeping your clothes chilled would be nice for the summer, right?
Still prepared to let go of that particular part of the hypothesis, I see.
A bunch of trophies and... Oh, somebody's left a walkie-talkie here.
Looks to me they were put there deliberately, rather like it's on display, to be honest.
Hey, there's batteries in here too. Could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it for a little while, will they? I can take it to the police station after.
Someone's starting to sound like a certain great thief.
Oh, that's one heck of a desk. I wonder where it belonged to.
There are 4 male figures acting as legs holding up the tabletop in the centre. It's hideously cringy. And doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to loop back around.
Is this one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth?
No, I can't think anyone related to one of my investigations with obstinatiously awful taste. At least I don't think there was.
A desk with male figures? Wasn't that Red White's desk?
This statue.
What is it? Got some new data for me?
Not exactly. It's just something from a case I worked on, a piece of evidence. I believe it's called the Alfred statue. There were 2 of them, a real one and a fake one. Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here at all places.
No case, sir. Perhaps you worked on a bunch of different... Gotcha! Lotta, what the fuck? Caught in the act, red dang-handed, guilty of the tomcat covered in cream. Ah!
Oh, my eyes! Stop that at once!
Ain't no stopping my snapping, not till I get every dang detail and then some. Y'all think I'm about to let a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get the shoot? Think again. We're not criminals. Yeah, sure, pull the other one. It's got bells on... That's Irish. Ah, sure, pull the other one. It's got bells on. Here the camera's a weapon of justice. It ain't about being hornswoggled by your cheap denials.
Oh, it's you.
Huh? You're that low-down dirty jerk of a prosecutor, ain't you?
Who are you calling a low-down dirty jerk? This is Lotta Hart, a photojournalist by trade. We've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially in that one particular case. She's hard to forget, and even harder to get a word in edgewise with.
Quit making a face, will ya? That's the heart of a no-good schemer if I... Fucking Irish again. Quit making that face, will ya? That's the face of a no-good schemer if I ever saw one.
Seems I didn't leave the best impressions on her either.
Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful all I want for you's a couple of pictures. But we're just here to investigate. Sure you are. If by investigate you mean pull the wool over Lotta's my white eyes. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth, but I thought you might listen to me.
It didn't hurt to try, I guess. We're probably better off leaving her alone for now.
Jesus. You said the statue was a piece of evidence from an old case of yours, right? Pretty weird looking, I have to say.
It's known as the Alfred statue.
The what?
The Alfred statue.
It says here it's called the Alfred statue. Alfred.
What are you muttering about?
Nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we? It isn't the fact that it has red eyes that would make it the real one, though. Wasn't that a whole problem? I don't know. What's that joint head thing?
It's the head of the great Mrs. Monkey. I remember the case well. How'd they even get it up here?
Mrs. Monkey? That doesn't sound right. You sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? I misremembered it somehow.
Don't be ridiculous, as if I'd ever make such a mistake. Piles of banknotes just left out for all to see. A little tasteless, wouldn't you say?
No way, these are all $100 bills. It's a torture right there. How many years would it take you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please, Emma, I don't even want to think about it.
Oh boy, the whole experience is enough to boggle a guy's mind. Mysterious storerooms, damsels in distress, it's got the lot.
Can you at least try and take things a little more seriously, Fender?
Hey, I can try. But seriously, I'm as keen to help Kay out as you are. She's safe with me. You go do your thing.
It's not Kay I'm worried about, it's you.
That's some sturdy construction. Thick floorplate, sturdy support. At a rough estimate, I'd say it could hold 50 easy, Mr. Edgeworth.
Except for the fact it's nowhere near big enough.
You say that, but pack yourselves in tight enough and I think you could just do it.
I really don't think so. Anyway, we have more important things to be investigating. We can feel as bad out the elevator once we're done.
Maybe you're right. Fine. 45, Mr. Edgeworth. 48 tops. So what are y'all doing snooping around a fishy old place like this anyhow?
I think it's us who should be asking you that.
Me? I'm in it for the truth, the good of society, and for little old me, of course. How much you might call a photographer for the people? Snapping here, snapping there, snapping every dang where.
I'll just leave you to it then. We can talk once you've gotten it out of your system later.
Ask me anything, I'm all ears. I can't believe they suspect poor Kay. It's outrageous.
I couldn't agree more, but the best thing we can do right now is stay calm and look for clues.
Except I've been scientifically processing the situation. I think I've come up with a better idea. Maybe we could administer some carefully targeted electric shocks directly to Kay's brain. What do you say? Might just be the thing to bring a memory back online.
That sounds more than a little risky. It sounds incredibly risky, in fact. Personally, I'm still of the opinion searching this room for clues is the better option.
Really? But a little risk is what science is all about.
Yes, a little being the operative phrase.
I'm back for a little while to interpret my professor, but I'm honestly based in Europe. Mostly based in Europe. Gotta keep studying till I'm the finest forensic investigator under the sun.
I'm very glad to hear you say that. Dedication to one's chosen field is a student's greatest responsibility.
Sure is. I don't want to get ahead. I don't just want to get ahead academically. I've been trying hard at sports too. Especially that one event where they have at school athletic meets. You know the one.
There's quite a few to choose from.
It's huge over there. Unlike here, it's considered a real hardcore sport for adults. That's right. I'm talking about glasses battles. Who hasn't heard of those, right?
Me? Never. Not even once.
Please explain, Emma. I'd really love to know. Well, that'd be a trophy anyway. Miss Howard seems to have a grudge against you, Mr. Edgeworth. Low-down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor. She really wasn't holding back.
We've met a few times, on one case in particular. But let's not let her attitude and sudden appearance distract us from the job at hand. We just need to gather all the facts and apply the principles of logical reasoning. By following my methods, the truth will present itself soon enough. Low-down, dirty journalists notwithstanding.
Don't take this the wrong way, but... Did her calling you a low-down dirty jerk get you, Mr. Edgeworth?
Don't be ridiculous.
Sure it didn't. Fucking phone!